What on earth do the Punjab Kings have in store for us this season? In this video, we're going to preview the Punjab Kings ahead of the IPL 2023 season and whether they can finally make it to the playoffs after a really, really long time. Sharbel here from Crickblog. I'm joined by my co-host Nash. Nash, your thoughts, initial thoughts on the Kings. I find it hard to get a read on them, but I'd like to get your thoughts, and then we'll talk about predicted playing 11s and strength and weaknesses and all that. What do you reckon?
I think they've certainly spent the money. You
What's
know,
new?
I think they look a bit short on firepower in there. They do have, I know they do have, Liam Livingston. They have,
Interesting you
um,
say that. They've got firepower.
yeah,
Interesting.
but well, hear me out. They do have Livingston there. They have, Johnny Bairstow's out, but they have signed Matt Short from Australia. Um, and they have some couple of good Indian youngsters as well in Shah Rukh Khan and Raj Bawa as well. So it's they do have the firepower, but that experienced firepower is not there aside from Liam Livingston.
Mm.
And that's where I see them lacking behind. That's going to come back to bite them at the sort of the tail end of the season. And that's what my weakness for them is going to be as well.
Mm.
Starting with the playing 11 for Punjab, I think Shikhar Dhawan.
Now, before we go into your possible 11, I think we might have different possible 11s here because that's the nature of their squad. So
Yeah, yeah.
take it away.
So I'll start with Dhawan as the opener, Matt Short as the second opener. I think he comes into the team straight away for Bairstow. Shah Rukh Khan number 3, Raj Bawa number 4, Liam Livingston number 5, Jitesh Sharma number 6. He played for them last year as well.
Yeah.
Sam Curran number 7, Shivam Singh number 8, Rahul Char number 9, Rabada number 10, and Arshdeep Singh as number 11. I think if Matt Short doesn't play, there's a good chance Nathan Ellis can get in as the fourth overseas
Yes.
player. And that just means there's another sort of the Indian opener coming in. Shah Rukh
Who would
Khan.
who would that Indian opener be?
Shah Rukh Khan can open. Or even Raj Bawa. They can push him to open as well. And then obviously a middle order batter can come in. Someone like a Harpreet Singh, or an all rounder in there can come in as well. Someone like a Rishi Dhawan as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know Jitesh Sharma has a great record batting at number 5. I think he strikes at 190, but I'll be very tempted to open with him. Um, he does strike pretty well as an opener as well, about 130, 133 thereabouts. It's just what I was telling you before. The makeup of this squad, you can have so many different playing 11s, and it doesn't seem to be. I find it very difficult to see a defined role early in the season for all these players. Punjab's the kind of team that could switch things around very quickly after one or
Mm.
two of their games because it didn't work out. I don't know if there's any consistency there or clarity on the roles, but anyway, I'll go with my possible playing 11s: Shikhar Dhawan, Jitesh Sharma. I'll go with Liam Livingston at 3. I'll go Sikandar Raza at 4. Shah Rukh Khan at 5. I think he's more suited to the middle. He can finish. He can strike well towards the end. Sam Curran at 6. But what that tells me in that top 6 is there's a very, very, very inexperienced minimal Indian core, apart from
Yeah.
Shikhar Dhawan, of course. That's an issue. I'll go Rishi Dhawan at 7. Nathan Ellis to start with Kagiso Rabada unavailable for the first game. Rahul Chahar, Harpreet Brar, and Arshdeep Singh. Maybe you could fit another seamer in there in place of Harpreet Brar if you want to, because you've got the options of Sikandar Raza and Liam Livingston as spinners there who can also deliver some overs there too. But goodness me, I think that's a side that you could pick a number of different teams and still be like, what do I do here? I think they just lack a real core and an identity. That's they've got good players in there. How well can they gel though? That's a big question.
Absolutely. And as I said earlier, the biggest weakness for them is going to be don't have that experience in the when it comes to the Indian players aside from Shikhar Dhawan, and
Agree.
that will prove really difficult for them to manage.
Agree. You think of all the teams that have won IPL over the years. You build your team with a strong Indian core first,
Yep.
and then you elevate it with your overseas players. This one they've started with their overseas players, and then they're trying to put the Indian core in somewhere. There's no core, in my opinion.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
before we finish, I'll say that a couple of big strengths are the two fast bowlers and Liam Livingstone
Agree.
in sort of individuals as players.
Agree.
Massive strengths, obviously Rabada, Arshdeep Singh, Nathan Ellis as well, and Liam Livingstone, I would say, are their biggest strengths.
And don't forget as well, Liam Livingstone's coming off a decent layoff with injury.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an issue too. But I agree with you. Big strength,
Yep.
and a massive fan
I'll
of
see.
Arshdeep.
I'll say that he will be raring to go. In the T20 format, and I think we will see flashes of him throughout the season.
Yep.
I don't want to discredit Shikhar Dhawan as of yet, but he's at that sort of almost at the
back
end of his career. And
yeah.
I think this is
strike rate's been an issue for him. Strike rate has been an issue for him, hasn't it, in white ball cricket over the past year or two?
Absolutely.
As brilliant as he's been, magnificent player, but it's going to be a big test for him to lead the way. Massive pressure on him, I believe. But look, the overseas options, huge potential there. And even with Matt Short, that he's a good player. You could open with him. I know you said that you'd open with him. It's a very good move if they want to do that. But whichever option that Punjab go with first, I think they need to try stick with it for at least a few games.
Don't forget, Matt Short in his last T20 game scored, I think it was a 99 or 98. For Adelaide Strikers, so he's also he is coming off a very excellent.
He had a great BBL. He had a great
not
BBL,
just the last game, but throughout the season, he has scored a lot of runs. So he's coming off a good, confident Big Bash, and I think we'll see what he can do as a player in the Indian conditions as well.
You could slot him in there and then put Jitesh Sharma down the order. That's an option as well. See what they go with. But as I said, they can't chop and change too quickly and too often and too much rather, because you don't build confidence in the squad. You need to try build some sort of continuity. And I also look at that team and I go, they could score 200 one day and be bundled out for under 100 the next. I think that was very, very reflective in their campaign last season, where they won a game, lost the game, won a game, lost the game. There was no consistency in their performance. So
look, I think one thing I'll say to that is, and this goes for all the teams, the entire competition is such that it is overall, we can sit here, talk about, playing 11s, strengths, weaknesses, on any given day, any of these teams have the potential to
100% agree with you.
The batting lineups.
100% agree with you. And in a competition like that, you'd expect to make the playoffs at least once in the last 9 years.
Yeah.
And they haven't done it. And what's different this season? Tell me what's different about them this season that's hasn't been the case before. They've got good players. They've always had good players. But it's their ability to gel as a unit that's been the issue. And I see that as a problem again this season.
So where do you think they'll finish?
I've got them 10th. I know that sounds harsh, but you've got to pick someone to finish 10th, and I think it'll be them.
Yeah, me too. I think they'll finish 10th.
Yeah, I mean, they could finish a bit higher than that, but to make the playoffs, I think it's a bridge too far for a team that I think I look at it and I go, what's your identity? What's going to be your style of play? How are you going to deal with pressure situations? All that stuff. Anyway. We'll see how they go. So that's our take on Punjab Kings. We've both gone 10th. We don't often agree, but we've agreed on this one. Let us know if you agree with us, or if you completely disagree and just hurl abuse at us. Let us know what you think. And do check out the rest of our videos in the IPL 2023 playlist on our Criplog TV YouTube channel, and subscribe to the channel as well. We appreciate your support. Thanks, Nash.